Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Who do you think would win in a fight, the Galactica or the Starship Enterprise?
I would have to say Galactica is too old. Probably the Starship Enterprise, the new one.
First thing I want to know is who would win in a fight, the Serenity or the Star Trek Enterprise?
I would have to say the Star Trek Enterprise. It has way more phasers and photon torpedoes. Serenity's just a salvage ship, really.
Who do you think would win in an arm wrestle, Teal'c or Worf?
Wow, that's a good question. Who would win in an arm wrestling contest with Teal'c and Worf? I would think, because Teal'c only made 10 years of checks, and I think Worf in toto made 13 years of checks, I think that would give Worf the upper hand.
And if you had to choose between a phaser or Vera, which one would you go with?
That's a tough one. I think phasers can cut through steel and titanium hulls, so I'm going to go with the phaser.
Yeah.
Although Vera's a good, powerful weapon, it's not quite as good as a phaser.
You love Vera, though.
I do love Vera, but it's if it's a choice between that and a phaser, I'm going to go with the phaser.
And out of the entire cast of Star Trek The Next Generation, who do you think would turn out to be a Cylon?
Oh. I don't think there are any Cylons in there.
No.
No. None of them were Cylons. Trust me.
And do you think that Mal and Captain Picard would get along if they had to ever work together?
No. No. There would be a lot of arguing about which way they should go.
That's a very resounding no.
Yeah.
Who would you prefer to have as your right-hand man, Sol or Commander Riker?
Oh, I'd have to stay with Saul.
Yeah.
Because he is my right hand.
All right.
I'd have to amputate him to get the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
He could be my left hand.
Mm-hmm.
It would be an update to the Kama Sutra, I think, and about some of the positions that were most popular in a weightless environment.
If Teal'c was
say
on...
that name again?
Teal'c?
Okay.
Am I saying it wrong?
Teal'c. No,
Teal'c.
yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so if there was a crossover between Stargate SG-1 and Star Trek The Next Generation, who would Teal'c's love interest be?
I think Teal'c's interest, as played by Christopher Judge, would have to be some
him, by the
weird kind of hybrid between Marina and Patrick, because I would be physically attracted to Marina, but Patrick could like do all the talking in my ear, and then we could share head shining tips.
Head shining tips.
Yeah, you know, Teal'c was bald also.
He was bald also.
Yeah.
That's what does it for Teal'c is head shining tips.
Well, that Patrick's character was bald,
Bald
and
as well.
my character was bald.
We've got a
You're
lot in
really
common.
making me work for this, aren't you?
In a challenge of logic, I think Spock. Nothing against Data, and I adore Brent, but I think Spock would win.
And if Mr. Sulu found himself on the Enterprise D, what's the first thing that he would go and do?
First thing he would go into?
Yes.
Well, Sulu in the pilot was a botanist.
Yes.
And he has this fascination for the life in whatever form it takes shape on alien planets. So he would probably go into the biology department and see what they've been able to gather there. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise, its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Are you a fan of Star Trek The Next Generation?
Yeah, I actually am. I was a huge fan of Jolene Blaylock's. And, oh, wrong show? Oh, which one was that one? The Next
Is it
Generation?
the bald guy?
The bald
in
guy,
red
the
suit?
bearded guy?
Yes.
The black guy? Well, the black
Yes.
guy was in a
There's
few of them,
two.
right? There's two black guys? Oh, and the Reading Rainbow fella.
Yes.
Oh, right. Did he ever do Reading Rainbow in conjecture with an episode?
That's a brilliant idea.
I think you guys left some money on the table.
I think we should make that happen.
Absolutely. and then the Marina girl, right?
Yes.
I think I know her from somewhere, but I'm not sure where.
She had big hair. So you were a fan? A little bit.
Yes, I actually was a fan.
So what makes you feel the most proud, having been involved with this franchise from the very beginning? Is there something particular that really resonates with you?
Well, I think Gene Roddenberry is the one who really deserves the credit for this amazing phenomenon called the Star Trek phenomenon. He had a vision of the future, a very positive and indeed a utopian view of the human future. If we have confidence in our problem-solving capabilities, our inventive, innovative, entrepreneurial gifts, and our diplomatic acuity, then we might have that kind of idealized society. And in many ways, he sketched out a goal for human civilization. And certainly the technology was dazzling. He had, and this again speaks to his integrity. He hired some futurists from the Rand Corporation to consult on the technology of Star Trek. And some of the things that was pure fiction, science fiction, technological speculation, came to be reality only 3 or 4 decades later. And I think he's the one that really captured the ingredients that made Star Trek this kind of long-lasting, ever-loved phenomenon that it's become.
Are you a fan of Star Trek The Next Generation?
I'm a fan of Star Trek, period, all the generations.
Maurice, are you a TNG fan?
I actually am. I actually watched every episode from the very first one in 1987. I've only missed 3. No, 2. I've missed the one with Paul Sorvino as Worf's brother, and I've never seen the one where Deanna impersonates Romulan. Those are the 2 I've never seen, and I've got to search them out more. I've got to seek them out. New episodes. No, so yeah.
Were you yourself a fan of the show?
Well, I try to watch it as regularly as I can, but I must say I missed a lot.
Right.
So I would not call myself one of those dedicated fans who know each episode backwards and forwards.
What was it about the show that really resonated with you?
Well, I think much as I love the classic series, I think it took further Roddenberry's vision of a future where everything just works out beautifully, and it's a very democratic society, and it's a meritocracy, and people are awarded just based on what they do well, and this crew are the best at what they can do, and there's no profit motive. It's just people going out to truly explore and expand humanity's experience and knowledge.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Would there be a world of science fiction without Star Trek? I actually can't imagine it.
What kind of impact would you say that the Star Trek franchise as a whole has had on Battlestar Galactica and other sci-fi shows?
Well, it kept the whole understanding of the what that world is all about, and how much the fans are really needing to get what they deserve. So it's kept everything alive. It's been incredible. That franchise is incredible.
If Star Trek had not existed, well, I I do think if Gene Roddenberry did exist, and he may have created a similar show, because that was a vision that he held very dearly and he felt very strongly about. So that if our show called Star Trek had not eventuated, it's easy to speculate that Gene would have still created something not unlike that.
Hope. Just that. Hope for a future that doesn't destroy us, that ennobles us and makes us smarter and enlarges our universe.
I don't think there's one thing anymore. I think Star Trek is an institution. The whole of it, from the original series to the last series. It's all part of one enormous institution, and just the way you hand down your rooting interest in a sports team from one generation to the next. I think Star Trek has that kind of identity and that kind of following. People embrace it as being part of their lives and part of their identity. And it shall endure so long as, the material that is given them is of quality and speaks to everyone as it does now.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations. Yes, to boldly go where no one has gone before, so that I can take over their worlds.
In a voice-over competition between you and Sir Patrick Stewart, who do you think would win?
Well, I don't know. It would depend on the good taste and judgment and the standards of the judges, wouldn't it?
I suppose so, yes.
And we don't know who the judges are.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Planet Express. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, make deliveries, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man, one-eyed mutant, some guy from the past, and a robot has gone before.
Hello, nurse.
Wacko.
I'm Yakko. Nice to see you.
How's it going? We're so excited.
Yeah, this is. She's going to talk to us about Animaniacs. We're going to have a reunion.
You know, it's been a long time coming, folks, and we finally got Yoko to say yes. We're getting back together.
That's right. She broke up the band a long time ago, but all is forgiven.
Now we feel good about it. I know she's excited, aren't you?
She's kind of our new Dot.
She is. She's the Technicolor version.
That's right.
So, Animaniacs reunion.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, we're
thanks for
so
having us.
excited. It's going to be in Calgary. One of our favorite places in
Cowtown.
in all of Italy. It's Calgary.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yes.
How do you guys feel about Star Trek? Maybe?
Oh, Mark Hamill, lightsabers, great
Me,
stuff. Yes.
too, Yoda.
He's
Love
terrific.
Yoda.
Try your must.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Maybe not Star Wars.
Okay.
Star Trek.
Oh, Star Trek.
Oh, is that the hockey team?
Oh, that's right. They're the ones that they're the Calgary Rough Riders, right? Yeah, they're the CFL, the football team.
It's
up
the
there.
one with Richard Hatch.
I love it. Beady, 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 beady.
Yes,
I love
that's
that was
terrific.
Yeah, I remember that.
Very, very nice. Ricardo Montalban was in the movie.
Gone!
The bald guy with the.
Oh, Daddy Woba.
Oh, William
yeah.
Shatner.
Oh, no, wait a minute. He's not bald. Just his back. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Are we not here to speak to about the Animaniacs?
Are we confused? Wouldn't be the first time.
I wasn't sure how to break it to you.
Okay.
It's the 25th anniversary reunion of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
What the hell's that?
What's Star Trek the what?
The Next Generation.
I guess those are like William Shatner's
The one
kids.
after.
Yeah, I would imagine. His progeny. Space, the final frontier.
Well,
No one out
apparently
here
not. He
did it,
was
yeah.
busy, had all these kids, and now they've got a show of their own, like Teen Titans.
Yeah, it's kind of like
sounds
that.
good.
It's kind of like Jersey Shore in outer space.
Yeah, with a bunch of people with crests on their shirts.
Yeah, there's Snooky and Wookie.
Let's see.
Yeah. Right, see, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
And we're back to the Star Wars.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I've never, all I know is that when you're with Bill Shatner in space, no one can hear you scream. Thank God.
If Brain were to be transported aboard the Starship Enterprise, what would he do?
The first thing he would do is find his way into the computer room, reprogram it so that he could take over the Enterprise, and then take over the worlds. Yes.
Oh, I can't. I'm so beside myself. I have wanted to do this since 1967, when I was 50. I'm so excited about doing this open monologue because it is fairly iconic, so close your eyes and get ready to warp out of your mind. Here we go. Space. Wait, how many S's in space? Oh, well. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Oh my. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. I really could use a drink. Anybody have a gin rickshaw?
George, please.
Oh, Bill.
It's me.
Wait,
ladies and gentlemen.
Excuse me, I thought that I was the only Trekker that was supposed to be here.
No, I'm William
This
Shatner,
man
but
has an ego with its own area code.
I've just joined a Def Leppard tribute band, and now I'm here to show you how to read this monologue properly. George, please.
You know, you look like a chia pet with a hat on.
Thank you so much. Mr. Takei.
No. It's Takai.
Takai. The point is, I'm William Shatner.
Let's call the whole thing off.
I'm going to read you this monologue in celebration of the Calgary Comic-Con's 25th anniversary. Star Trek Next Generation reunion. Are you excited, George?
Yes, I'm very excited.
I can see
look,
that you are.
There's air outside.
And now,
Very excited.
let me present these words as they were meant to be spoken. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. The iPad just turned off. I kid you not.
See?
What do I do?
What kind of effect you have? That's
See,
what you do to the audience.
And now
you
with
turn them all off.
Now with my early onset Alzheimer's, I can get through
ego.
this. How am I supposed to do this? You know something? I'll tell you something. In Edmonton, they're much more well organized, folks.
Yeah, but not in Calgary.
I just want to. But look, I just wanted to get the girl back in here to adjust things. Look, there she is. Thank you.
That's what's so convenient about me is that doesn't matter to me.
I need a foot rub. Anyway, I'm going to pick it up where we left off. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before, which I can assure you is not George.
Well, man is a strong word.
No man has gone before, which is definitely not you.
I'm doing everything I can to offend virtually anyone.
Oh my.
Star Trek Generation, the very best, and a happy 25th anniversary.
To the cast of Star Trek The Next Generation, happy anniversary.